results of an investigation, the American people will learn about what we've uncovered.
Yeah. So in other words, what you're...
So American people will learn. He's telling everybody it takes time. And it's a reminder it must be done right. It must be done according to the rule of law, carry weight, prove it in the court of law. There can be no mistakes. Well, a part of the court of law and the court of public opinion would play out here recently. You guys know that they want the body camera footage. It was actually released from J6. Yeah. The official proceedings on January 6th all caught on video surveillance. Non-uniform officers will have a candy stripe on the barrel and a wristband, quote unquote. Listen to Pelosi's Capitol Police as they identify undercover officers in the January 6th crowd. A U.S. Capitol Police officer detailed how to identify officers embedded in the crowd.
Short guy, dark hair, black vest, thin blue line thing on, dark hair, and he's got like a little 27 or something on his hip. No police identification on him at all. I couldn't get to him because there were so many people. But just keep an eye on white male. White male, dark hair. All right. It looked like a grayish black, maybe a digital.
Your non-uniform guys have any identifiers, like wristband?
They will have a wristband. Their guns will have a candy stripe on the barrel.
Okay.
I don't know the wristband color, but they'll have a wristband somewhere. Okay.
So all those identifiers for those undercover guys that are hanging out there, you're gonna have a wristband. Guns have a candy stripe on a barrel. January 6th was staged in order to disrupt the official proceedings as a cover for the actual crimes committed on November 3rd, 2020, the overthrow of the U.S. government. It's taking time, but this information is starting to get out little by little.
All eyes on Michael Fanone. This is the guy that testified about the J6ers, and he was all of these things that turned out that he was none of these things, right? Take a look. Remember when he testified and he cried in front of the panel and he said that he was beaten unconscious and everything? All eyes. And look, here's this man right here giving him the big medal. All stolen valor. All eyes.
All lies. Let's continue with this.
Beaten unconscious. He had a heart attack, traumatic brain injury, burns, loss of consciousness, multiple taser injuries, chemical irritant exposure, PTSD, physical assault injuries, head and neck trauma. All lies. Now you have people out there, and they see you, Michael. They're going to harass you. You're not going to walk the streets again. That's for sure. And just look at all the awards this guy gets. Rubs up with Nancy Pelosi. Rubs up with Joe Biden. Crying in front. It's all lies.
All lies. All that footage is starting to come out. You see how you get the public involved? You see how you start getting them to understand how it was all a lie, and then it's easier for President Trump, the Department of Justice, and others to go take this guy in for committing treason against our country. TwinsDaddy.B covered this, talks about it, shows all the fakery that was done. Satan's how he works. Him and his little minions, they get together and they say, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to play the games and mind games against the people so they never figure out what we're doing. And it's too late. President Trump is in there. And he placed out a meme out there in case you guys are listening instead of watching. The meme has President Trump inside of a storm on a naval vessel. The military standing behind him. Military. Top brass. And it says, it was the calm before the storm. This is posted by President Trump. It's not the calm before the storm. It was the calm before the storm. The storm has arrived. It's no longer the calm. Real AF Patriot told us to remind us about this. Trump told us a group of generals have been waiting on him. Remember that? Remember that when the press was there and he's having a talk? He goes, some generals are waiting for me. Notice the generals behind him in this meme. Buckle up. Also, remember this post, 3173. We were told the calm before the storm. What happens when a blockade threat is dismantled and removed? Quote, you'll find out. Children used as shields, manufactured crimes of perjury. Fire at will, Commander. Fire at will. There was a question asked by an anonymous person to Q at that time. All of us have been antsy for the hammer to drop.